everybody.
Good morning. We're on a road trip.
We're on a road trip.
It's Memorial Day weekend, so we're attempting to not spend the entirety of it in traffic.
Right.
So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. I just keep looking at the camera because we keep getting blurry and not blurry. I don't know why.
It's probably turning a little bit to the change of light.
Maybe.
Anyway.
Sorry, this is bouncy, by the way.
We are on the New Jersey State Turnpike.
We are.
So we're going to be bringing you on a little road trip. We're heading south. Well, first we're heading west. Then south.
Not like everyone else does and goes to the beach.
Yeah, we're going the opposite way. At least right now we're going south. Most people are going south and east. Well, anyway, so we're going to Winchester, Virginia.
Yeah.
So we're going to be exploring that area. We're going to bring some interesting footage for all of you fine folks.
This is gonna be fun because we've never been there before.
We've never been. We've been to Virginia a number of times.
Yep.
However, we have never spent any real amount of time in this part of the state. We've done some of the mountains. You know, we did Skyline Drive once before. Long before we were vlogging.
Right.
Caverns. So we'll see what we're able to bring you this time. The weather is kind of up in the air for most of the week, so
hopefully it doesn't rain too much.
We'll find out. But so this is going to be a little bit of an extended adventure, which we're happy to bring you. So come on along with us, and we'll see you where we head up.
Yeah.
Guys, all right, so we made a unplanned stop in Harper's Ferry, West Virginia, thanks to a routing issue with our map software, but all is good. So we are National Park Service. Let me turn around here for a second.
Wait, I have a better thing than this Harper.
I got a sign. We're at Bolivar Heights, part of Harper's Ferry National Historical Park, and Des has.
And it is a national park.
That is a national park, that's right. And so, let's see here. Bolivar Heights, which is where we are right now, witnessed more battle action than any other location at Harper's Ferry. This is according to the National Park Service. The first battle of the Civil War at Harper's Ferry occurred at Bolivar Heights on October 16th, 1861. Exactly 2 years after the commencement of the John Brown Raid. Now, for those of you not familiar, John Brown was an abolitionist, a white abolitionist who tried to incite an uprising prior to the Civil War, 2 years prior to the Civil War, and he failed in doing so and was hung for treason. And there's a lot more about that available from many sites. I encourage you to look that up if you're not familiar with it. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and explore the site. And come on with us. Look at the town down there. We boarded a bus at the visitor center. So let me back up a little bit. We're at the visitor center. We got our bearings. We took the truck and we drove around to figure out where we were. We were at the One Heights area. We filmed a little bit. It was kind of buggy, so we decided to go back to the truck. Didn't want to eat too many bugs. Not on my diet. Anyway, we're on the bus. And
it's a shuttle bus that takes you from the visitor center to
Old Town, to the lower town of Harper's Ferry. That's right. So we're gonna go there. We drove through. Very nice. No parking. There were signs for parking, which led us directly back to the visitor center, 2 miles away. Lesson learned. We'll see you there.
Hello.
Hi. How are you?
I'm I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Yep. Have you seen these yet?
Oh, no, not fine pieces.
Yep. This one is particularly special. Mm-hmm. This is an original 1819 Hall rifle. And this is special because this is believed to be the first object ever made with interchangeable parts. Ever. Not just the first gun, but the first object.
Okay.
This was made by John H. Hall's Rifle Works down on Virginia's Island.
Right.
And right here at Harper's Ferry. And it's also one of the first guns made by machine built guns. And it's actually for that reason that John H. Hall was absolutely despised by the people of Harper's Ferry, particularly the craftsmen who worked in the arsenal. Because beforehand, all the guns made in the arsenal were made by hand.
Right.
And so each gun was special. Now they're all being made by machine, and they're all basically the same. So you have this increase in productivity, and all these craftsmen are out of the job.
Right.
This also has the distinctive feature of being a breech loader. You pop the block up, insert a cartridge into the hole there, close it. You still have to prime it like a flintlock, a regular flintlock musket, but you've eliminated that process of having to pour the powder down, put the bullet, ram it home with the ramrod.
Remember before we were talking about John Brown? Oh, there's his picture. And we're at the location, what he used as his fort during his raid. A bit of a storied history. The building was actually moved, but it's within 150 feet of its original location. That's pretty close. So we're now standing at what's called the Point at Harper's Ferry. Harper's Ferry was, or it still is, located at the confluence of the Potomac and Shenandoah rivers. And on one side we have West Virginia, on the other side we have Virginia, and on the other side Maryland. If we look really carefully, way up there, just above the tunnel, they used to say something. Wonder what that says. Oh wow, there are people up there. There are people way up there. But there they are. Wonder how you get up there.
I don't want to go up there.
Hi, people. We should wave to them. Hi.
Hi. I don't think they're looking.
Nope. They're probably trying not to, fall.
Yeah, that'd be bad.
Well, they're on the Maryland side, or is that the Virginia side? I don't know. It's one of those sides. There's a few things. Oh, look at this. I found something. Here's the thing. So, there was that.
So you know, that's the Maryland side.
That is the Maryland side. Okay, so I was right. That's the Maryland side. Okay.
I looked it up on the map.
Thank you. So, that would mean that's the Virginia side over there.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Because we're in West Virginia.
Yes.
That's how that works.
That's how that works.
Let's see what else we can find. Well, as these plaques all show, Harper's Ferry had changed hands a number of times. General Lee, Jackson, Miles. Five. So these all denote the capture of Harper's Ferry September 15th, 1862. Hey, Des. What are we looking at?
We are in the John Brown Wax Museum. John Brown, the abolitionist.
Oh, please push button.
The reflections of childhood can burn forever in a person's mind. As a young boy, John Brown saw many slave auctions. He witnessed families being torn apart, sold as though they were cattle. These impressions undoubtedly stayed with John Brown throughout his life and became the foundation for his hatred for slavery.
Now you may have seen, or you may not have seen, another video by one of our favorite vloggers who has been here in the past, and we'll put a link up somewhere right here, maybe, to his vlog, and that's Carpetbagger, who has been here in the past, and that's how we knew this place was here.
John Brown's violent anti-slavery actions did not start with his raid on Harper's Ferry. 3 years before the Harper's Ferry raid, John Brown led a group of men in Kansas who unmercifully and cold-bloodedly murdered 3 slavery sympathizers.
Oh, very interesting.
Doesn't he know it's not like to point?
No.
Here at the Kennedy farmhouse, John Brown prepares for his raid on Harper's Ferry. His plan was to steal guns from the United States arsenal located there. With these guns, John Brown planned to arm escaped slaves and help them set up a refuge in the Virginia mountains. Behind you is the Harper's Ferry train station the evening of the raid. Ironically, the first person to be killed by the raiding party was a freed slave, Shepherd Haywood, a porter at the train station.
There's another button.
Early morning in Harper's Ferry, John Brown and his men rounded up some townspeople and held them hostage in the small Harper's Ferry engine house. The next day, federal troops under the command of Robert E. Lee arrived in the troubled town and surrounded the engine house. Brown would not surrender, and the decision was made to storm the building and take Brown and his men by force. 12 Marines, led by Lieutenant Green, smashed their way in and simply overtook Brown and his men. Here, John Brown, himself injured by a saber slash, supports his dying son, Oliver.
Wait a minute. That guy looks familiar. He looks like... You are.
He does.
I knew he was old, but... Oh, okay.
As it was the moment he set foot on the gallows at Charlestown, and waited with majestic serenity.
Majestic serenity.
One thing is indisputable. John Brown was motivated by pure idealism. He wanted to free the black people of this nation, to lift the sin of slavery from the conscience of America. His soul was marching on.
Now remember, folks, if you're interested, here's the information about the John Brown Wax Museum. Check it out. We found souvenir pennies. It's the old school one.
Yeah. You gotta turn it. You don't just push a button. You gotta work for it. There it is.
Let's see. Ooh, shiny. That's that. Yours came out very nice.
So shiny.